Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and let's raise the roof. Dang it, I was hoping that would be a real cool teleporter trick. It was not. Was this? Boom, I did it, almost died. But we are going to raise the roof of this dome with the help of our friends, and we are going to help our friends raise the roof as well. Now you're looking at this and you're saying, Joe, this isn't a dome. It's just like some lines back and forth. How does that help anybody? Well, let me show you what Scar has been up to. He has been carving away, hewing the stone, picking at it with his axe, and figuring out exactly how he wants the roof to look. So when we emerge past this single layer here, look at this. This is what we're going to have on the roof of our dig, and it's going to merge with the natural cave formations below this point. It's going to look super awesome. But he wanted to have this dome have some like obsidian arches and stuff in it, so he's not ripping this floor out till he gets all that done. Let's keep going upward though, because I wanted to show you a little bit more of what I've been working on. If we come up here, you can see that the YESH building is still intact. No one has gotten in my way, apparently, which is good. I don't know anyone who would do that, and I'm sure you don't know anyone who would either. But it's nice that I'm able to kind of start clearing out these chests, start putting them all into here. So, let me show you the work I've done off camera. I've filled the first several tiers of most of these chests. I've baby zombie proofed that floor after getting attacked by a baby zombie. I've made this floor a little bit nicer. Put in ladders because I wanted to raise the roof and kind of adjust the overhead here. Now, I was kind of looking at this, and I can't keep putting chests on top of chests unless I keep making the walls higher, or it'll look ugly. So even though our roof here is the sky, the presentation of that roof needs to be flush with the maximum chests we have. And we are flush with loot for those chests. Let me show you how much people have been digging out. Even though I've wiped out tons and tons of double chests worth of stuff. Turns out Scar actually has been over here filling more secret chests. I came back here and I realized he's got tons more. And I had been clicking like this on my laptop. Luckily, one of my amazing commenters, Paul Wilkins, pointed out if you put this in your hand, you can just drop this like there. And it's the same as shift clicking, right? Well, I knew that. I knew that dragging was the same as shift clicking. What I didn't know was that I could shift click, or I could shift double click on these, and it will grab all the other similar blocks. Let me give you a clearer example of that. So if I take one cobblestone and I shift double click those, boom, it grabs all the other same types of stacks in that entire chest. And that is really handy for getting through a lot of this quickly. So thank you very much, Paul, for that amazing insight. That is going to make it so much simpler for me to continue to clear out all these low-tier chests and get that material into the YESH facility. And now that we're back safe and sound in our YESH facility, I can just take one of these cobblestone and double-click the rest. Boom, look at that. That's so fast and easy. You know, I could do a few trips right now, but you know what? I don't have time to. Because as much as we have enjoyed raising the roof on here and increasing our capacity for kindness, what is the point of having a huge communal area if you don't have things sorted in a way that people can find them, you know? The more that we get in here, the easier it'll be for everyone to make good builds on the server. So, we have, with a community-minded spirit, increased our capacity for kindness. But what we need to do now is selfishly go back to our own base and kind of keep the rain off our own head a little bit. It's good to give and give and give, but you need to have shelter in place for when the hard times come. I have to go through this portal. Now, I think, let's try this. Now, I was able to successfully... Yes, it worked! Okay, boom. Teleporter trick number 2. When I teleport through that way, I can have a pearl suspended in the air. I have just bypassed my entire nether journey. Awesome. I love having coordinates that are 8 times the community area for my base. This is the best shortcut in Minecraft. Step 1. Convince everybody else to build the community area at 100, 100. Step 2. Build your base at 800, 800. It works, and it works well. So, where were we? keeping the rain off our heads. As much as I love my red sky base sign, we still have a few missing panels that I didn't have the materials to complete until now. Part of that is that we do not have enough red glass. Luckily, I've been doing a lot of dredging over here at the bay inlet entrance, and I've been cooking that sand in these furnaces. I think we're about ready to go. We can get the next panel underway, and stuff will keep cooking while we do. Let's go ahead and get that up there and get to the skies. Time skip. As you can see, the roof of my sign is covered in nether magma brick blocks, which is a lighten block, but it's dependent on there being other lighten blocks near it, which in the nether pulls from like lava flowing around, but here I've got a cross-section of torches. Not like in the traditional use of the cross-section word, like we didn't slice them in half, but like these things cross each other in sections, whatever, I don't care. I'm Joe Hills, I make my own rules, and my own rules say I need to get this ceiling on, because when it rains, I don't like having my little holodeck down here get rained on. So let's go ahead and just wipe out all of this empty space. We have so much to do, and having a place for our imagination to be free from the tyranny of drenching storms makes it so much easier to develop prototypes and things like that. So our prototyping space down below will be nice and sheltered from the elements, or at least it will be once I get all the glass I could possibly use, which I don't have quite yet. But sometimes we work on things a bit at a time. I figure once I get to the point where I've caught up with the furnace's rate of smelting the glass, I'm going to run through here and chop down a bunch of these trees, because I also need to put a roof on my house, which you can't see from here, which was unfortunate framing. I'll figure that out later. But I've got a house with a log roof I'm working on, and much like this roof, I ran out of materials and then kind of ignored it for a while. But I'd like to get back to that, you know? It is good to be good to others, but gotta get my own stuff done too. Gotta find that, like, balance, you know? So here we are, just sealing away this area. Well, I went through and I cut down some spruce, and while I did, what do you know? The passage of time, like it does so often, has provided more red glass for me up here, which is always wonderful. But you know what the passage of time has also provided me? Opportunities for imagination. I built this space below for prototyping and designing things that I would want to build in game, but sometimes the things we want to build in game exist only in our minds before that stage. And so I'm way up here and I'm thinking, what should we name the new Hermit City? This new underground space, this underground place, this underground plaza. And I realized maybe we should build something based off the name of some other famous underground space. You know, and I was thinking, what is my favorite TV show where the people live underground? Well, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles doesn't count because that's a sewer and not a cave. But what about Fraggle Rock? You know, what if we called this Hermit Rock? What if we didn't land on Hermit Rock? What if Hermit Rock landed on us? I'm going to pitch this to the group. Let's see who's online right now. Scar, Beef, Wells, False, and Impulse. Let's see what they think. How do y'all feel about naming the cave city Hermit Rock? While we wait for their responses, we can go ahead and... Will's Knight's not a fan already. Dang it. Sounds like a mountain. Fraggle Rock was a cave. Pride Rock was a mountain. Dang it. Plymouth Rock was a colony. Classic Rock was a music genre. Dang it, he got me there. 90s Rock was underground. So while Wills continues to think of retorts, I'm going to go ahead and start putting these logs up on the roof here. Igneous Rock was the result of volcanic activity. Little Rock is a city. Jingle Bell Rock was a Christmas song. The Rock is an entertainer. That was my next one. You're supposed to be saying things we don't want identified with us. And his cooking is phenomenal. So anyway, it sounds like everyone agrees on Hermit Rock. Scar, are we gonna make it official? Scar's gonna be mad at me. I'm just getting him in trouble. Hermit Hollows. I like Hermit's Hollow more than Hermit Hollow. Dang it. Am I about to fall off again? No. Good. I'm actually not that picky about what we name it, but I'm worried if we don't come up with something soon, the viewers will just call it Lower Hermiton, or something silly like that. I was worried we'd be a few spruce short of a roof, but it turns out that we've got everything we need to get this completely in place. We're going to throw some torches up on the sides here. Like, I've got these like so, and we're just going to kind of carry those down each level for optimal not having mobs kill me. That would be my favorite. And I think about here, so would be good on this side. This way, it doesn't actually go down very far at all. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I'm going to carry that across to here. Not going to go all the way down, but it will have a little bit more overhang. So, let's go ahead and Ender Pearl. Dang it. We're not going to Ender Pearl. That's unsafe. We're going to jump into a boat. Ender Pearling into the water is almost always a terrible mistake. So, well, there we go. We got a roof that's not quite even. It reminds me of a book that's been kind of like laid on its side awkwardly, which is not necessarily what I was going for, but it's interesting. Wow, the forward button gets stuck on the keyboard sometimes. It's not terrible from many angles. And let's go ahead and check it out by our waterfall. From back here, it looks even better. So I think we're going to keep the roof as is. We can move the bed and some of the other stuff in there, but we got to get more houses going. This is supposed to be a busy area, and right now, we've got just barely any structures. I cannot wait to improve this further. Anyway, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.